guys, this is All Day One on the PS4, and I'm going to be giving you another Assassin's Creed Odyssey build video. And with this build, it's going to be called the Rampage build. And what I mean for Rampage is you're going to be doing a lot of damage either at low health or at high health, or full health I mean. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the gear anyways. So you're going to go for the restored Messenian helmet, armor, boots, and the legs or the waist. And I'm pretty sure you can get this from the side quest called A Life's Dedication. You're gonna help this I guess I forgot what he's called, but you're gonna help this guy out discover something, and then instead of him being the chosen one, you're the chosen one, yada yada yada. Sorry about a little spoiler. It's not so much, it's not gonna really impact anything anyways. But that's how you get this gear. And then for the gloves, it doesn't really matter what you go for. I didn't like the gloves that I had for it, but the gloves I got for this is a lot better. So now with the gear, what it gives you for the Messenian gear, or the restored Messenian gear, it's going to give you warrior damage, and then you're going to get that 25% crit damage and then 10% damage with swords and daggers. You're only going to be really using the sword or dagger. I mean, you're going to be using the daggers, but again, it's actually your own option to use whether you want to use sword or daggers. And then the headpiece, I put 20% chance to ignore half damage. And then the torso, it has warrior damage and then 10% damage with heavy weapons, so that's your mace and your great axe. And then you also get 10% health. And then you're also going to want to put 25% crit damage. Now for the waist, this is where it gets a little interesting. You're going to get the warrior damage again, but you're also going to have 50% more crit damage while at low health. And then you also get 20% chance to ignore half damage. That 50% crit damage while at low health is going to be really useful. You're going to notice a pretty big damage difference. But with this, the way you know you'll have low health is when you're on your last health segment bar. So when your health starts to blink red, then that's when you're at low health. If you're at half, I don't think that's considered low. But it would be nice if that was. But I'm pretty sure it's when you're at that last health segment. And then I also put 5% crit chance. And then for the boots, you get low health and for crit damage and crit chance. So you get 50% crit damage while low health, 10% crit chance while low health, and then 50% burning rate is what I put on my boots. Now for the gloves, I got for the Persian warrior gauntlets. I just got this from a mercenary, just a drop. You can get it from anywhere, honestly, but it came with warrior damage, crit chance, and health, and then I decided to put crit damage on it as well. So you're already looking at a total of, so you got 25, 50, 75, 100. You have 150% crit damage just from all that if you're at low health. And then for the crit chance, you have 5, 10, you have 5, 10, 20% crit chance from when you're at low health, pretty much. And then for the weapons, I am not using any legendary daggers this time around because these daggers that I ended up getting honestly were a lot better for me. You get the warrior damage and then 20% adrenaline per crit, and you're going to be critting a lot, so you're going to be able to build up your adrenaline very easily. And then another 25% crit damage, so you're going to add on to that crit damage that you already have. And then I decided to put 25% cooldown duration for all your abilities because you're going to need that a lot for your Battle Cry of Ares, because Battle Cry of Ares is what you're going to be focusing on primarily, because that's what's going to keep you from dying. And then the Minotaur's Labyrinth, I'm using this because, well, it was, in my opinion, it was the best option for the, what is it called, the heavy attacks perk or stat you get from this. So, and I honestly like the Minotaur's Labyrinth a lot out of the maces and the great axes, but you get warrior damage, 25% crit damage, so that's another, so you're looking at an extra 50% just from that. And you get -1 adrenaline cost for overpower abilities, and you're going to be using overpower abilities. You're going to want to use your overpower abilities when you use Battle Cry of Ares at a low amount of health, because you're going to do a lot of damage. And then 30% armor penetration as well on the Minotaur's Labyrinth, just so you can do more damage to enemies. And then I put 25% damage on elites and bosses, so that also is going to help a lot because you're already going to be able to kill the regular enemies really easily within 1 to 2 hits, or like 1 to 2 shots with assassination. Even though my assassination is at 56,000, my crit damage is really high, so I can actually do a lot of assassination damage. And then that extra 25% damage to elites and bosses definitely will help in the long run. But with the bow, you're gonna want to go with the warrior damage, 5% to all damage and 5% crit chance. So you're looking at already, I believe it's 35% crit chance by now. So you got 5% crit chance, and that's 15, and then you got 20, 25, you got 25% crit chance just from that alone, which is really nice. And then you got 50%, and then, sorry, I completely forgot how much crit damage I had in the first place. So you got 50, 75, 80, 100, and then 150, 175. You're at 225 crit damage at low health, which is a lot of crit damage. Now, on the abilities, what's going to boost your crit damage even more is the fact that you get Shadow Assassin, you're getting another 50% crit damage, so you're already looking at 275% crit damage from that. And then with the Weapon Master, you're at another 10% crit chance, so you're looking at 35% crit chance from that as well. So you're going to be doing a lot more crits a lot more often. And then you're going to want to pretty much go with everything except for Bull Rush in the Warrior Tree. Everything's going to get maxed out, but like I said, Battlecry of Ares is going to be the ability you're going to want to use when you get to about half health. If your health is at about half, then use Battlecry of Ares. Now, what I normally do is when I use Battlecry of Ares, I also use the slow time, because when you use slow time, it also slows down how quick Battlecry of Ares runs out. So rather than it being 20 seconds of a cooldown, 20 second duration, you're looking at like 30 seconds or so duration for your Battlecry of Ares. And then flaming attacks, obviously for a Rampage build, you have to make it seem like you're on fire. So you have to use that flaming attacks. Plus, fire damage does a lot of damage. I was gonna test out. I mean, I did test out the poison setup too. It's just I honestly preferred the fire a lot more, because I noticed that I was taking enemies out a lot quicker with fire than I was with poison. And then you're also going to want to get Stealth Master, because while at nighttime you can pretty much one-shot enemies while assassinating them, even though, like I said, I'm only at 56,000 assassination, so that definitely helps out a lot. And then Archery Master, you're going to want to get this just so when you do get out of combat, you get at least one adrenaline segment is going to be refilled. And then you have Devastating Shot and Multi-Shot. It doesn't really matter if you get those or not. You're not really going to be focusing a lot on your bows, but you still can. It's not like it's going to hurt you. But you do want to get Sixth Sense, because Sixth Sense is going to help out a lot when you're going in and out of an area, and you get caught. But I know that was a really quick guide because I have to go. But I wanted to make this video for you guys and upload it as fast as I can. But you're going to watch gameplay of how this build works. You're going to watch it in the arena. It's honestly, it's a really fun build. It's very, very risky though. If you cannot dodge and you cannot parry, it's going to be a lot harder to use. And if you can't really time your Battlecry of Ares at the right time, like I normally use it around having 25 to 50% of my health left. So whether I'm at the last 2 segments before my health goes starting to blink red, once I use Battlecry of Ares, then I try to take as much damage as possible, because when you get Battlecry of Ares maxed out, the more damage you take, the more damage you deal as well. So you get 50% extra damage plus whatever amount of damage you get from the amount of damage you take. But that's pretty much it. If this video helped you at all, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know down in the comment section as well. If you have anything you'd like to add on with this build that you think would help out a lot, then let me know as well, and not just so that I can use it, but so other people can use it as well. And I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, like I said, if this helps you out, leave a like, comment, subscribe. This is All Day Day 1 on the PS4. Have a good day, good night, and peace.
Help me! Put it out!